Marty Harrington. Okay, this is just too much fun because we both have something really weird that we kind of push back on. The customer is not always right, right?
That is correct. That is correct. It's not up to me to judge a customer.
Right.
Okay, one of my first calls when I took on the sales position 10 years ago was to go see a customer that's complaining about a bit. And he said the bit was junk, the metal was too soft, the buttons were incorrect. And as I looked at the bit, I said, well, first of all, I can tell that you got way too much down pressure on the bit.
Right.
So the buttons are flat, which would show that you're just pulling down too hard on the bit.
Right.
And they're worn on an angle. The angle facing the rotation, which would indicate over rotating.
Yes.
So when I told the customer this, he looked at me, not knowing my past drilling history. He goes, "What do you know? You're just a salesman."
Oh!
And then I had to school him on what I have done for a living, and explain to him that the excuses that he's giving me, I used on my salespeople 20 years earlier.
So Jacob Singley is going to be drilling either later this week or first part of next week for the first time with an air hammer. Okay, he's got a buddy of his, Dane, that's going to be helping him out. What would be your advice with 25 years of experience on what he should do and what he shouldn't do and what he should look for and what he should stay away from?
With the experience I've got, I've learned over the years to let the machine do the work. You have to take the drill rig to the hammer. It's not bring the hammer to the drill rig because the hammer does not know what drill rig it's on. So when you fine tune the rotation and the down pressure, don't monkey. Don't try to force it. You get a steady, even cut, a steady rotation. If you feel like you're over rotating or under rotating where it will start to chuck, lighten up on the down pressure a little bit. So
if your rotation pressure needle starts bouncing, you're pushing down too hard then, right?
Not necessarily. It could be fractures. So
you might
want to adjust your pull down pressure or your hold back pressure just to get it to cut smooth through that. It may be a short zone. If you are pulling down too hard in a fractured rock, it could cause it to jump. You'll see your rotation pressures flutter. You want to try to get that rotation pressure nice and steady.
Wonderful.
And just let the machine do the work. Don't force it.
Yeah, I had a guy I subcontracted some work for, and he had a big 2-year-old machine that he I can't tell all the story, but he was drilling in the granite and he was just pushing down on it and cramming it, and I went over to him. I said, "Dude, really? Are you sure you really want to push it that hard?" And he was like, "This is my machine. I've been doing this for 35 years. Get out! Shut up!" And the next day, he twisted off the drill stem.
Yeah.
And went the guy fishing.
I can't tell a driller how to drill.
Right.
I can make suggestions. I'm not going to tell a person how to run his machine.
Right.
I can just simply make suggestions on what I've done in the past. If I am asked a question and I don't have an answer, I'm not going to.
So this wise, beautiful lady here has been trying to get me to learn to tell my I story. Tell what you do. Don't tell anybody else what to do. Right.
Right. If I'm in a situation where the driller's having an issue, I can make suggestions.
Right.
I may have seen it, I may not have seen it, and if I'm asked a question and I don't have an answer, I don't give an answer to make the person feel happy.
Okay.
I will tell them I don't know, but I have numerous people that I can call to get the answer.
So, what are you representing here? What do you sell? Why is it better? Why should anybody buy it?
Well, we are a Rockmore distributor out of Pennsylvania.
Can you show me some cool stuff?
Sure.
Okay.
This is the Rockmore 600T hammer.
Okay.
It's a 6-inch hammer that will actually use 3 different shanks.
Okay.
Just by changing the bit chuck and the bit retaining rings.
Oh, cool.
It will run the QL60.
Okay.
It will run the IR360 shank.
Okay.
And the Mission M6 shank.
Wow.
just by changing the bit chuck and the retaining rings.
And so
and
pretty much every driller has their opinion on whichever style they like best?
Yes, this is a tubeless hammer.
A tubeless hammer?
A tubeless 6-inch hammer, which is one of the simplest
So why is that a tube right there?
Well, this is the check valve. Oh, no, the factory just put that in.
Okay.
Okay, but this is a tubeless hammer.
Okay.
And with majority of your hammers, when you pull the top head off, the back head, you have numerous parts inside.
Right.
Okay. This is actually pinned into the back head.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
So if you have an issue where you got to clean it, you pull the back head off, this is the only thing that comes out other than the piston.
Okay.
That's the only thing that rides in the barrel.
Excellent.
Okay. You just push your pin out.
Yeah, you do that now, and with all the grit and the grime, and we're going to have a 5-pound sledge out there with some sort of pin.
I haven't seen that happen yet.
No, really?
No, I have not seen that happen.
Okay, well that's amazing then. Okay.
So the choke, is at the bottom of the air tube.
Oh, so that's the choke.
That's the choke.
Okay, let's see if we can get this thing to focus. Come on. I'm not getting it. Okay, so, but that's the choke right in there. That's cool.
You can either drill it out or drive it out and drive a new one in.
Okay.
Which is
excellent.
Right through the top.
That's good looking stuff.
Okay.
Well, hey, we got a hammer lesson here. Yeah. And who's this guy?
This is Ronnie Edwards. He's from Rockmore.
Okay.
He's the rep that I deal with.
All right.
So
well, fantastic. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.